Welcome back, I'm Captain Xavier, and I like all things modular. Today we're going to be looking at some simpler applications of that philosophy, starting with my Zombie Strike Clear Shot. For internal modifications, I have increased the spring considerably. I've added a short section of the same diameter spring as the original spring, as well as a stampede spring that went around the whole thing. I have also removed the air restrictor and brassed the barrel. In general, I'm not a fan of air restrictor removal, but on a single shot pistol, I'm okay with it. I have also removed the lower two dart holders. If you take a look at an unmodified version, it has two dart holders on the bottom. However, that made it slightly more difficult to fit it into a holster. This way, it has roughly the same profile as a 1911, and I'm hoping I can find a really nice Molly holster that this will fit into now that I've removed those two things. For functionality increase, I have made it so that it will fire Boomco by creating this small insert, which is a section of Exploder's barrel, which if you've seen Eyre's attachment addendum, I made a singled Boomco barrel for Eyre's Titan using Exploder's barrel, and I had a little bit left over, and I discovered that it fits perfectly into 17/32 inch brass, which is what we use for brassing Nerf barrels, and it now rebarrels the blaster for Boomco. So we'll start by firing the Boomco round out of it. Shoots absolutely beautifully. I'm looking forward to getting a chronograph and having somewhere with more range so I can properly test these and give you some idea of what they're actually doing. The barrel then fits perfectly into the dart holder on the lower section, which is once again one of those things that I love, having that kind of modularity. There is still one dart holder on the bottom for an extra shot, but generally I'll be running my drop pouch, so I'll have at least 100 loose darts. For firing regular ones, it is a tight fit, as a brass barrel should be, and it shoots also absolutely beautifully. Looking at the internals, there's not a whole lot going on. It's a single shot pistol, so they're not that complicated. For modifications to the spring, I added an extra length of spring that was the same size as the original, and then added a stampede spring over the whole thing. I don't know what the full draw weight is, but it is quite satisfactory. I've also added a bit of Teflon tape around the O-ring to get a slightly better seal. I have also increased the catch spring with a slightly heavier catch spring, which is generally necessary whenever you do a spring modification. To the plunger, I have drilled out the air restrictor, of course, and then added a brass barrel, which required me to drill out the barrel just a little bit and then pound the barrel down in there. You can see where there's some stress done, but it hasn't cracked. Everything is still solid and sealed. Other than that, the rest of it is pretty much the same. Removing the barrel, the dart holders didn't really do anything to the internals. It did leave a little bit of gap, but not enough to cause any kind of problem, so. Alright, got it back together. I'm going to take it out and do a quick firing demonstration in my yard, just so you can all see how well it works at about 35 feet, which isn't, really all that great of a demonstration, but that's what I've got to work with. So we'll take a look and then I'll discuss it when I get back. Alright, here's a quick firing demonstration at my usual 35-foot range. Firing Boomco. Alright, unsurprisingly, it seemed to shoot the elite darts the best. The Boomco darts work great, but not quite as well. At least not at 35 feet. I'd need to be able to shoot it at longer than that, and I don't have room where I am right now. I'd also like to see, put it through a chronograph and see which one's getting the better ranges, but for now, I think it works great as a pistol. I definitely will be using this in any future Nerf wars that involve pistol battles. I might also try the big shot, see which one of those works better at longer ranges. They both seem to shoot the Elite's best of all the ammo types that they've got, but we'll see what the future holds once we actually get them out in the field. So, if you have any questions, suggestions, ideas, comments, concerns, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and as always, thank you for watching.